Hey everyone, this is Silas. If you see this whole video, I believe it's about 30 minutes long. I just want to let you know that I'm really sorry about how the delay and about the videos we've been making. We'll try to get more to it. As the post I created earlier, you'll see that we'll try to create more over the summer because we don't really have as much going on. And but if you see this intro and then go back into the video, I was like, hey, why does Silas sound different? Well, I'm recording this 9 months later than I did for the previous two recordings, so yeah, I just wanted to let you know if you were wondering why that. So yeah, please do enjoy the video. We'll continue with Sonic Youth, but this is the special episode about the Neil Young Archives. This is just basically the first part is kind of like an unboxing, not really, and the second part is we go to the Adirondacks and we talk about the song. We listen to some of it and we hear we just talk about some of the songs and what we like and what we don't like about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for watching this, and see you guys next time. Please enjoy the video. Bye.
If you wake up with a worried mind, come with us and leave your you are so inviting, and I feel so in tune with you. Your draw is fast as light, my eyes are kept.
Okay, we've started.
I'm here.
What's up, bro?
So this was originally a video about the unboxing of Neil Young Archives Volume 3, right here, and they got deleted.
It's my fault. I deleted it by accident. When I was going through different files, I accidentally somehow deleted it. I apologize.
Yes.
So we had it all set to come out of the shipping box. We did all of that.
Yep.
So we don't have that. But we do have the actual box.
Yes.
And funny enough, Volume 2 is the camera stand.
Yes, it is. We can't see it, but it's like right below the camera.
It's the perfect length.
So this...
Or height, I should say.
Yes, so yeah, Volume 3, it came out a few months ago. Although it has been 3 months since your last episode, it's hard to put out, stuff.
Yeah, it is. You're a busy dude. I can't keep up with you.
I know, it is. Well, yeah. So, we do have a second part of this video, which is not deleted, that we actually recorded before this one. So it's going to be confusing for
Yes.
us, but probably not for you guys.
Right. That actually was made not too long after it was released, right?
That's true.
Okay.
That one, that one, you guys will see that in a bit. It is recorded in the Adirondacks.
So we're going to talk about what's in here, and then we're going
Yes.
to cut to us talking about the first half of it? Is that what it is? We've listened to the first half at that point?
Yep. Yes. No, I think when we were this was when we have not seen any part of it. Like, we had
Right.
just seen it. So we're going to talk about what's in the box.
So we have to pretend like we've not seen like
I think you could just talk about it.
This just talks about what's
Okay.
in the box. Yes.
Well,
so,
all right.
Yep.
So as Neil Young likes to do, he presents them in these big, as I call them, wine boxes.
Oh, one more thing before we start, by the
Go
way.
ahead.
Just, gonna let you know that this is gonna be a longer video than normal.
Is
Just,
it?
yeah, just because, we have a few parts. So
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Well, he likes these magnetic. I do like the lid. It's a good lid.
Yeah, I like the lids too.
Heavy. And I like that it's magnetic.
Yep.
So it
Let's,
opens like this,
let's
but
see
then
what's in it.
inside it's kind of like mostly dead space to hold these elements.
Right here we have like a Neil Young timeline, kind of. It's
Oh,
kind of hard to
okay.
see, but
We have the photo book, which just says records on it, even though we have CDs here. But anyway,
you can pause the video if you want to see the stuff more in detail.
I haven't looked through this photo book too closely yet. It's a lot of archival photos that are have been unseen. I mean, Neil Young's archive that we're always talking about, his whatever he has, a warehouse full of stuff must be massive, because he's got obviously not only all this unreleased music, but tons of photographs, ephemera. I'm sure it's just full of stuff. And so in here you get lots of stuff, photographs anyway.
Don't forget the most important part. This is
Very, very thick.
more
Hold on.
than this is
It's stuck. Oh, you got it.
11 CDs. This
So
is
that's
with
what's in the box.
17 discs.
Those three things.
Silas, show the way it opens in the middle, because I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it starts like this. And if you
Neil Young's butt.
if you do if you open it like this, and then open it like this,
The CDs are in there.
the CDs are in these little compartments.
Yeah.
There are also not only CDs but some Blu-rays too. Some
So
movies.
how many discs do we have?
We have 11 plus
It's
3
11.
Blu-rays.
And 3 Blu-rays. 14 discs total. Should we go through each disc real
Yes.
quick?
Now at this point we've listened to all of them, but we're just gonna pretend like we've listened to none of them. So let's just talk about them and see what's on them.
We did. Actually, there's something I can add to one of them because it was just announced. Actually, yeah. Now there was a couple. Should we talk a little bit? No, let's just talk each one. So, Sedan Delivery is this in order? This is number 7. Whoops. Should we do it in order? Yeah, we should. So number 1, Across the Water. This is live in 1976.
Right.
And it includes. This is basically around the time of Zuma. And what? Chrome Dreams, I guess, is a part of this, isn't it? Isn't there a Chrome Dreams disc in this?
Chrome Dreams disc, yeah, I believe there is somewhere. I don't know. Actually,
Maybe he didn't do a Chrome.
maybe he should have done one, but he didn't.
Well, he released it on vinyl, which I do have the proper Chrome Dreams.
We have a video for that. Link.
album. Yeah,
link
we
in the
did that.
description.
So this is like Cortez the Killer, Homegrown, Like a Hurricane, Drive Back, Needle and Damage Done, String Man, a song that was released officially in the 90s. Human Highway's on this, but it is live. This is
We have 3
Neil Young and
Blu-rays.
Crazy Horse. We're not there yet, man. Disc 1, Disc 2. You want to talk about Disc 2?
Sure. Disc
Oh
2.
yeah, I should listen to this. We should listen to this one again. You want to talk about that?
Hitchhiking Judy. Okay. I don't think I remember this one.
That one's nice.
Right.
Yeah, this is a just to not bury the lead. This is not. There's not a lot of. There's definitely some material in here that I didn't care for.
Yeah. You'll see more about that on the second part of the episode when we share our opinions on half of the
Yes.
box set.
So Hitchhiking Judy is. I think this is the one where it's all these like lo-fi recordings of him and, or maybe that's the next one. See, I forget now. But this is 1976 to 1977.
There's also Trans, a disc of Trans. You can see some.
Oh, you know what's on this actually, Silent? I think this is mainly Hitchhiker's on this with some other songs from that time, different recordings. There's a version of Journey Through the Past on here, and there is unreleased tracks. I think Campaigner. No, that's not it. There's some unreleased music. Okay, disc 3. Snapshot in Time. This is the one where he's just playing like home recordings, and it's got the Ducks stuff on it too, which I'm not really a fan of. But
Oh, yep, the Ducks. It
that's
was
the live band, yeah.
no, maybe.
Here they are.
Like,
With
Yeah.
Bob Mosley from Moby Grape is in this band, and then I forget who the other 2 dudes are.
Forgettable guys.
Not necessarily. Anyway, this is half that, and then half like all of these home recordings that sound like him and who was it? Emmylou Harris, I think, is on this. I don't have all my details too straight again because I forgot. But the Ducks is on this too. The stuff that was released on vinyl is on this too.
there is a demos that came out before this box set, and we listened to that.
Oh yeah, it was like a comp. It was called
Yes,
something
that's-
Days.
that was meant as a.
It was a teaser.
Yep.
No, Early Days was the other thing.
No.
He also released a video.
Yeah, it was a disc of just a sampler from all
Yeah,
of what was on
sampler.
this. They gave you that free. So this one, disc 4, Oceanside Countryside. Now, just yesterday, in January of 2025, he announced that he's putting this out as a singular record
Oh, that's right.
because this is apparently supposed to have been an album, as is. And what's on this? Pocahontas, Dance, Dance, Dance. It might have been Field of Opportunity, Peace of Mind, Sail Away, Human Highway, Comes a Time. So yeah, this is before all the albums such as Rust Never Sleeps and Comes a Time. So those songs would have ended up on this originally, but he scrapped this, and this also includes Lost in Space and Going Back.
But there's like a full band on that.
This is a
Like
studio album.
recording. It
Yeah,
sounds pretty good.
yeah.
I really like the version of Pocahontas on this. Not
That's
to
true, right.
Talk about that ahead of time, but it's a good one.
I don't know that I'll be buying the record of this. The Chrome Dreams I decided to because there was some uniqueness about that. This one, and now that I have this, we'll see.
Yep.
What do you think?
It's I can remember some. you
Okay.
know?
Union Hall. I definitely remember this one. I like one of the songs.
This is like more of the country stuff. You
I
can
like
see
Lady
Neil
Wingshot.
wearing a hat. All right, Lady Wingshot. There's a Love Art Blues is on this. That one comes up a bunch in archives too. Yeah, this is like country, almost bluegrass style recordings of certain of all these songs done live in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. These first 5 discs are interesting, and then you start getting into, well, not quite yet. Now we're in the Rust Never Sleeps portion. Boarding House. This is live. Now, what was this might be the one that we listened to that had those insane versions of, well, this has the Devo stuff on it, which is amazing.
Right. Yeah.
What was the song where he was like,
It was very like Jimmy Buffett. Is this the one that
he started like really being goofy on stage?
Yes, I think that was those ridiculous ones.
Yeah, I forget what song it was,
We'll
but
have to go back to it. He did say something absurd in here, and we all of us reacted.
yeah, maybe it was the sedan delivery. But anyway, but this is the Boarding House 2 or Boarding House 1 and Boarding House 2. This is live.
Oh, it's what he does on Cortez the Killer.
It's Cortez the Killer. Maybe it's on this
He
then.
gets like marimba on it.
Yeah, that was funny.
Here's Cortez the Killer. So that was on this. This is 1978 and then 1980. 2 more live shows, and yes, that includes the sedan delivery with Neil getting a little unhinged. This is certainly a comeback for him. Really, he was sort of towards the end of the 70s was maybe fading a little bit because with punk coming on, but then he made Rust Never Sleeps. Anyway, this is from that era.
Although the album cover on that is excellent.
Yeah, this is great. Let me check him out. He's really feeling it there. Yeah, and then Coastline is disc 2, more live, I believe. Do you remember this one?
Sedan delivery.
We were listening to this when we were driving around the Adirondacks. I remember
Yeah,
that.
we were. Yep.
So that's 7. Okay,
This is
here's where the problems begin.
Trans and Johnny's Island. It's a 2-part disc.
Oh, Johnny's Island was intolerable.
Okay, so here's the problem. I like trans, but what we thought we were getting was like different versions of some trans songs. I think we get one.
It was the same.
And then otherwise it was the exact same recordings from the album that was released in 1983.
I don't know why. He just rearranged the tracks.
This is one of the problems with these archives. Overall they've been good, 1 and 2, but he always includes album tracks from the era. I don't know why. He likes to think for continuity reasons.
Yep. Then Johnny's Island does have a custom not custom, I should say. New what do I
Yeah.
say?
Like unreleased.
Unreleased trans
This
song.
this wasn't
yes.
very good.
It's called Johnny.
It was. I'm gonna go.
Interesting.
And say it was bad.
Interesting, but bad. Now this was supposed to be what was going to be trans. I guess he was making this and then decided to do this. So you get the perspective, and this is why it wasn't released because it's not good.
I mean, don't
But-
get me wrong. Trans is great, right? You know, Sample and
I
Hold.
love Trans.
Great
No,
song.
I'm not saying trans was bad. I
Yeah.
like trans too. It's not my favorite Neil Young album, but I like it. Here we get just more trans music, and then here we get the few other songs that he was doing that were gonna be trans, or before he made trans, but he scrapped to make trans. Anyway, Island in the Sun, yes, right. Hold On to Your Love is on this. Soul of a Woman. A lot of raps. Oh, we got to talk about the raps.
Oh
right?
yeah, the raps. He just talked basically.
These are him. He calls it his like intros. He gives a little context to what's on each disc, but they're not done well.
You can't hear them.
Yeah, the mastering on the raps is way too low, and the gain is so far down, and then the songs come on and it's back to normal. But you have to jack up the rap volume, and then you're blowing out your eardrums when the actual
Yeah.
song starts.
That's
Come on, Neil. We expect better.
yeah.
Okay. Silas, 1983, 1984, Evolution. I think one of these we couldn't get through. Was this? Maybe it was the next one.
I think it was this one, Touch the Night.
I think you're right. I think this one we actually could not finish.
Yeah,
And I
Took
think
it
it's.
off.
I think
because it
it's
had Landing on Water songs. If you remember that.
And
album.
it was live, and it was.
Yeah, some of the live quality on this wasn't great. We're doing a review of this. We're not even unboxing anymore. But whatever.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Kinda.
Neil Young Evolution.
Okay. Yep, and this is Grey Riders.
Grey Riders. Road of Plenty. This was the one I think we pulled.
I have no recollection.
I believe, is this the one that had the Landing on Water songs?
Yeah.
That was in
Weight of
1980
the World,
something.
is that on
album.
here?
When did Landing on Water come out?
Like
It was-
1986.
Yep, this it was an album that we really disliked. You can see our review
Weight
on
of
that
the World
one.
is on here, yeah.
Weight of the World was like the only decent one, I'm pretty sure. Summer
This-
songs.
Here's
is
the last CD or last audio, Summer Songs. I believe these were American Dream, the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young album from 1987. Yeah, you get that. For the Love of Man. I don't remember if these were like demos or different recordings, were they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have these 3 Blu-rays, which we've
Now
yet
we
to
haven't
watch.
watched these Blu-rays. Maybe we should watch one of these.
We were
today.
planning on doing like a live stream, our thoughts on these, as once we watched them.
So in a Rusted Out Garage Blu-ray, I believe this is a live show and documentary. Check out Neil here. He was definitely trying to be like a filmmaker in the 80s.
Yeah.
And not trying, he was.
He talks about, in the one that Daryl Hannah shot of it, that he was saying that he turned the camera on everybody else on
Yes,
that.
and he started asking them questions.
Yeah.
It's in that one, in a
Curious
Rusted Out
to
Garage.
see that.
This is Human Highway. This is maybe for some people the prize of this entire set, because this was a film that I think you could only have seen in theaters at that time and has not. I think he's put this up on his website like once or twice, but you had to be like a premium member. So this is Human Highway, the full movie. So we have to check that out.
And Across the
then
Water.
This is a live show.
Isn't that the Diva one? Where's the Diva?
Human
one?
Highway. Yeah,
That's one with Diva.
yeah. This is a live show, I think. So we haven't seen this yet either. And this is from 1976, so that could be good, actually. Yeah. There you have it. That's all the discs, Blu-rays, and CDs.
Yeah, that's New Archives Volume 3,
Yeah, maybe Silas can come back after we watch the 3 Blu-rays, and we'll talk about that as part 3.
Nope.
Yep, I mean, yeah.
What do you think?
Thanks for
Can we give
watching.
shakies to this box set yet? No. Okay.
I don't
No,
know,
we
can.
can-
We haven't finished it.
Not yet.
All right.
That can be. So yeah, we'll see you in the Adirondacks in just like a minute or something.
He come dancing across the water map. Cortez, Cortez, what a killer. He come dancing.
Hi everyone, welcome back. We are in the second part or portion of the video. You might not recognize where we are. There are no records behind us, are there?
Isn't this green screen?
So you might remember, it's not a green screen.
No, no.
People
Yeah,
who
we're-
watched the video
Go
last
ahead.
year, you may know, you may not know, we're in the Adirondacks, the same exact place we were last year when we did a video, and it was actually about an archives box too.
Right.
But this is Archives 3, that was Archives 2.
Right. So we're covering what? How much? We have only listened about half of it. We haven't seen any of the actual Blu-ray
Yes, and once
films
we
yet.
have seen all of the Blu-ray films and seen everything of the archives,
Nope,
we're gonna do a
nope,
live stream,
nope.
and I'll put out maybe a little iMovie thing that can say the set time of it.
All right. So let's talk about what we've heard so far.
Yeah, 4 songs stood out to me. By the way, we were in a place called the Chestnut Cabin, but four songs stood
Just
out.
4 songs out of how many discs have we listened to? Like 7 or 8.
So many, but I can remember these 4 songs.
What are
well.
they?
So we have 2 of them are unreleased, completely unreleased, never heard of before. Lady Wingshot and Bright Sunny Day. Then we have 2 versions of songs that we've heard before, except they're completely different. There's a version of Cortez the Killer, and there's a version of Hey Hey Mama Into the Black.
There's many versions of
Devo.
things we've never heard, though. I mean, a lot of live versions. I like all of the new live versions that we heard that were from the same sort of band and era that did Rust Never Sleeps.
Yep, that's right.
Like
I
The
like this.
Loner.
Yeah.
The Loner was quite cool.
How do you can hear the lake in the background? It's nice.
This is a big difference from last year where we had terrible wind and the video was very distorted.
Yeah, this is a lot better. Even though the camera might still be dark, a little bit dark, this is
It's
still...
looking okay.
Yeah, this is Indian Lake.
We can
Or
fix it
Indian
in post, as they say. But anyway, there was the whole disc of Neil Young performing with session musicians and that guy, I'm forgetting his name, who's like the fiddler, the French name. We'll have to insert it here. But
Right.
and they did with Nicolette Larson all of those solo
That's right, a bunch
live
of
recordings
songs.
where they did
There's this-
songs from like earlier
Yeah,
in his
Disc
career.
5 Union Hall has a bunch of Nicolette Larson songs.
Yeah, and then there was the really interesting one. I don't know if Camerawoman heard it, but it was the one where they're literally in a room recording just song ideas.
Okay.
And who was he with? It might be Nicolette Larson again. or is it Emmylou Harris? I forget. But it's very raw, but it's very interesting. I'm surprised he kind of released this because it doesn't really sort of. It's not what he usually does is release music that's like not done.
That's
But
right.
this is very raw, very much like fly on the wall, listening to like process. Interesting. And what do we think about the raps that he's put in?
Yeah, the raps, they're, for some reason he just does a bunch of talking and he counts them as separate tracks and he calls them rap.
Yeah, but you can't hear him. It's
Yeah,
mastered
yeah.
really low.
The interesting thing, yeah, in the other archives he didn't do this, but on this one we have Neil Young introducing segments of the discs.
It's like
It's
an
true.
audio caption.
It's an audio,
essentially.
yes, but it's him today. It's not him then. It's him today doing this. But when we've been listening in the car, you can't really even hear what he's saying. It's not at the same like mastering level as the actual songs.
Yes.
For
Oh.
whatever reason. So
By the
an
way,
interesting choice.
I did forget to mention this. Since this is a 2-part video, we were in Ithaca for the first part and are here for the second part. That's because we, did a little break in between them and I thought, why not just be one video, right? So
Great.
yeah, keep going. If you want to. I'm going to talk about the songs.
Oceanside, Countryside
Remember.
was an interesting disc with that I believe was rumored to be an album at some point. But at this point, it just feels like it's just stuff that he definitely used in other places.
We've heard
It's like Chrome. It's like some other version of Chrome Dreams,
That's
essentially.
right. We've heard 6 of the CDs so far, almost 7. There are some of them
have
have 2
2,
discs,
yeah.
unlike the first, which all had the second. I mean,
And what are we
which all
thinking
had
so far
one.
about it? What do you think?
I like it so far, and I would like to talk about the 4 songs that I remember. The 4 songs that kind of like stood out to me.
I'm feeling like I'm not unhappy with with this purchase, but I do think we're not getting
Was the-
maybe quite the same depth of quality that we did with Archives 2.
Was it worth the money?
Eh,
To be determined.
I don't know about that.
The
You
second
know,
one I think was.
yes, the second one was. This one includes all of these.
We'll see. We haven't heard all of it yet.
I know, but this one includes all these Blu-rays, which the other one didn't have any movie aspect. Oh no, it did have Journey to the Past.
I
That
mean,
was
he
the
put
only
some
thing.
work into this one. You gotta
put a lot of
like
work
some-
Oh,
you put
no
a lot of work
question.
into this
You
one.
put a ton of work into it. I
And-
love Hey Hey My My
That's
with
right.
Devo.
Archives 4 is already, being made, I think.
So he
He's
says.
already-
So
yeah.
he says.
That one's gonna be like double the price. Anyway.
I'm
so yeah, we can talk about some of the
How much? 900? I'm in.
yep.
Fine.
Yeah, so we have that Hey Hey My Man to the Black version with Devo. I don't like it. I really don't like it.
My, hey, hey.
He likes it. Let's release it and let's not release it. Let's insert it in right here. So it's as
so
you
good.
probably just
It's
heard.
so good.
As you
It's
probably
so
just
weird.
heard, he does
Hey, fellas. And he says something about being at the beginning. What does he say? Mother's ball. He's like,
something like that.
we're going to be good peg boys or
As you
something
guys
like
just
that.
heard, he's like has like this weird voice, and he just like these wow wow wow, like he put these like sounds in, and then eventually he goes, "Take it, fellas." He goes like, "Take it, fellas."
Take
which
it,
you just
fellas.
Put in there.
All right, so what are the other songs you liked?
So let's see. We have a Bright Sunny Day, which we had on the takes.
Oh, it's a bright sunny day. Oh, let some light come your way.
It's an interesting song. I
it
like
is a very much a completely unheard song.
Yep,
There's
no,
no other
it's not
versions of this
heard.
that's been. It does feel a little bit like maybe it wasn't like it feels a little bit like he came up with that song in like 5 seconds.
So actually, this was the first song he released before he even released the takes. This was here for
Yes, they
everyone to hear.
released this to announce the archives.
Which
And
reminds me-
it's a good song. It's definitely a little loose and raw. It doesn't have the same. When you compare this to like "Goodbye Christians on the Shore," it's
Oh,
no
yeah.
contest. That song
That song's
is
great.
incredible, and that song was also 100% unreleased
That's true.
previously.
I mean, I still like Bright Sunny Day. I think it's I like it. I like
Yeah,
the
it's
song.
pretty good.
Even though it seems like it was rushed. So we didn't talk about this, but he actually made an album called Early Days, was it? Or something like that?
Oh, early days. Well,
yeah, it
that,
had this one unreleased song called Look at All the Things.
Look at all the things. Well, so that's not an unreleased song actually. It's on the very first Crazy Horse album
Oh, okay.
that was done without Neil Young back in 1970 and 1971 with
Right.
Danny Whitten.
Right. We can put it in right here.
Look at all the things that I gotta do, girl. Look at all the things that I gotta do, girl. Just give me.
So we also have. So this one I actually quite like. This is my favorite song I've heard so far. It's called Lady Wingshot. It's on the Union Hall disc.
Now, didn't that song get? Isn't that on Archives too? Isn't there a version of it?
No, it's not. I think it's completely unreleased. It's a completely unreleased
You like
song.
that? Dum, da, da, da,
Yeah, I
dum,
do.
da, da, da,
Yeah,
dum,
let's
da,
insert
da,
it in
da,
right
da,
here.
da, da. Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice song. I like it. We also have this version of Cortez the Killer, which doesn't seem like, it seems like your regular live version of it until later in the song, in about 6 minutes, he goes like this.
We come dancing across the water, man. Cortez, Cortez, Lady Batman.
It's
Very bizarre. He all of a sudden goes Jimmy Buffett.
He came dancing across the water. And he just like
Yeah,
starts
very
goofing around.
strange. Very
Yeah.
strange. But interesting. And a lot of that is from that disc we have to look into it, but I believe
right.
all of these performances are from the Rust Never Sleeps band. This is
Yeah,
just other
most of them
songs
are
that
Rust
they
Never
did.
Sleeps.
So if you think about that, a lot of people think Rust Never Sleeps is one of his greatest albums. And the idea that you're getting more performances of different songs of the same band is kind of cool.
That's right. Yeah, there was a disc with the Ducks, a band called the Ducks.
Ooh, the Ducks disc. I'm not a fan of that one.
Yeah, you didn't like that one?
No, although I do like the version of the song they do that's come up like 3 or 4 times in Archives 3. The one that we keep singing. What is it?
Which one?
I can't think of it. We'll have to insert it here.
As long as we can sail away. As long as we can sail away. There'll be wind in the
A lot of inserts so far. So, yeah.
Yeah, what's the name of that song, Camera Woman? Bruh. The one that we keep singing that's on this Archives 3. The one that's on this Archives 3, there's like 4 versions of it in different
Is it
configurations.
Sail Away?
Sail Away.
That's
Oh
it.
yeah, Sail Away. That was
There's
great.
the
You guys-
version
you
of
guys
him
just
with
heard it.
Ducks I really like.
Yeah, you guys just heard
Other
it.
than that, the Ducks disc is
That is a stinker.
I don't care for it, and I didn't buy the
I
Ducks
believe at the
archive
end of
LP.
some of, I think at the end of the Sail Away live version, they go like quack quack quack. or
As
something like
long as we can sail away.
that.
Very much like it feels like a Neil Young doing yacht rock.
That's right.
Yacht rock in a little bit, but it's a nice song.
Well, some versions are yacht rocky. There's a couple versions that are very nice.
Yes,
That's right.
It
But-
does.
don't you feel like the Women in the Canyon is some kind of homage to Joni Mitchell?
In the
The
canyon.
Ladies of the Canyon,
Yeah, yeah.
Women in the Canyon.
By the way, we do not have.
Rise.
we do not
there's a
have-
version of that with I think that
There's one
demo.
with Nicolette Lawson that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty.
So we don't have we don't have the box set with us. We left it at home. We have 2
No, we
CDs
don't.
in the car that we listened on the drive.
Sedan Delivery, which is the
Sedan Delivery is
That's
what we're
the
listening
Rust
to right
Never
now.
Sleeps
Is it?
one.
It's also
I
the
think
one.
so.
No,
where-
we didn't even get into that one. I
Yeah,
think
we
we were
did.
listening to the boarding house one, weren't we?
Oh, maybe.
The current disc we're on is also the one
No.
where.
We
no,
did.
the one the
That's
one,
got to be the Rust Never
that's
Sleeps.
supposed to be, I
song.
mean, just like the picture on the cover is. looks
Sedan Delivery is
up there.
on that album.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that we're listening to right now, Sedan Delivery, has. We're gonna call it Cortez the Jamaican.
He's
Cortez
not,
the Jamaican.
He's not making a. I don't know
He
what
goes
he's doing there.
dancing
Across the water now.
Cortez,
That's how he goes
Cortez.
full Jimmy Buffett.
It's,
You guys
it's
heard it
fairly
earlier.
offensive.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty bad.
It's offensive.
I mean, he's sort of mimicking
All right,
an
let's-
accent that's not really his.
It's out of nowhere. It's at the
It's
end
very
of Cortez
weird.
the Killer.
Oh yeah, you don't even know what's gonna happen, but he does it a few times actually.
Yes.
All right, so let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
Are we so we're feeling pretty good so far. And here's the thing.
That's right.
We're about to get into the real crux of the '80s
That's right.
stuff.
We're about to hear the Trans and Johnny's Island disc, which I'm really excited for. There are some completely unreleased songs in the Trans era.
I'm psyched for that.
Yep.
It's gonna get weird, and then we're gonna get into like the Shocking Pink stuff,
That's gonna get
and
ugly.
and
Yeah,
there's
guys.
a country album he did, and whatever that was called, Old Ways.
That's right. You can hear our thoughts about all of
Life.
this in the live
Nope,
stream that
nope,
we're gonna do.
nope, nope,
Which, by the
nope.
way, yes, that will be our Daydream Nation. Our video for that will come after the live stream, most likely.
Will
We'll
it?
move back onto Sonic Youth after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're the maestro.
Yep.
All right.
So before we leave, when we did this video with the special songs from 2, we didn't do like shakies. We did our top 3 songs.
We
that
don't
were-
have to do shakies for that.
Yeah, we did top 3 songs. I think my 3 songs I like the best so far are probably Lady Wingshot, Bright Sunny Day, and Cortez the Jamaican. I don't really remember much others.
There was something else that I liked on one of the earlier discs that I'm forgetting that really stood out.
I love that demo of Hey Babe. That was like
Yeah, the Hey
That's
Babe
right.
is from what was it?
It ended up on Stars and Bars.
American Stars.
Yes,
and, Bars,
and we
yeah.
have the Takes disc too. That was just come out before. It had a few unreleased songs like Lady Wingshot and Bright Sunny Day.
We did hear a different version of Will to Love, I think, didn't we?
Fish
Yeah, that was
song.
nice.
Fish song. That's
You know,
right.
I'm a big fan of that song.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love that salmon.
Salmon. Yep.
All right.
There's actually a great version of Pocahontas on there too, with that whatever the band he's got.
There's a
going.
lot of Pocahontas.
Yeah, a lot of
But there was a
Pocahontas.
studio version that was really cool.
It's hard to remember. We should have this in front of us, but we don't.
Yep.
It's all right.
What
All right.
else?
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
thanks, Silas. Looking forward to digging into more and watching these
Yes,
Blu-rays.
this was our special episode, 2-part video. We'll see you on the live stream. I will put a set date as a little iMovie thing.
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, we'll put that on YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, bye
See ya.
guys. Bye.